Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Ripple now bringing XRP to the US market after 3 years of quiet. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's looking like Ripple are ready to try and tackle the US. The reason why I think they're probably looking at it right now is because I think they're expecting the resolution of the lawsuit. The only thing I do just have a bit of concern with, because if the SEC try and appeal, obviously that's going to further delay things. And I'm not saying this is a 100% thing, because XRP did get legal clarity, but you have got to understand that XRP got legal clarity for retail holders. The institutional holdings were deemed as securities, and so I'm not saying that there's not loopholes that Ripple can't use to get around this, but my only thing that I do think is from a entity perspective, like these corporations, are they going to want to risk it if there's still a bit of legal ambiguity going on? Like, I still question if it's something that would really want to do. And so because of that aspect, I am just a bit unsure in that sense. But I'm starting to think that realistically, they must feel confident that this lawsuit is going to be over and done with soon if they're starting to look at targeting the US, because this was where all the problems were, right? This is where the SEC have tried to sue them in regards to their sales and whatnot. So it's seeming very positive to me. So I'm not going to try and dwell too much on the what ifs. Let's just focus on the positive right now. It's looking good. I think this is something that's ultimately going to very much help in terms of value for XRP, because America is one of the biggest economies, if not the biggest. So we have to just accept that. And so them getting adoption in America, it is going to greatly aid in terms of XRP's value. So I'm definitely liking the fact that they're looking to try and tackle this head on. And I think this could be something that is very, very positive for XRP's price action long term. So let's get into the article and then we can discuss this a little bit further. Prominent crypto payment firm Ripple is now moving to revolutionize cross-border payments in the United States with XRP through its Ripple payment services. Ripple bringing XRP to the US market. Ripple announced this development through its Senior Director and Head of Product Marketing for Payments, Oliver Segovia. The Ripple Senior Director recently disclosed on LinkedIn that the payment firm plans to expand its footprint locally, particularly in the US. Segovia conveyed that 90% of Ripple's businesses cater to entities abroad, despite having its global headquarters in the US in particular. He admitted the American crypto payment firm has maintained a subdued presence in the US market for the past 3 years. However, quiet is about to end as Ripple gears to introduce product innovations leveraging its local money transmitter licenses, in brackets MTLs. Recall that Ripple holds over 31 MTLs in the United States, as the Crypto Basic has uncovered. At the heart of this expansion lies Ripple Payments, a service leveraging XRP as a bridge asset. This crypto-based payment solution guarantees rapid transaction settlements within seconds for a fraction of the cost of traditional methods. With an overwhelming 90% of its business conducted beyond US borders, Ripple aims to capitalize on its global expertise by enhancing services domestically. Steps to kick off this transformative journey. Under its expansion strategy, Ripple is actively seeking talent across multiple global hubs, including San Francisco. Furthermore, Ripple's Senior Director for Payments revealed that they are initiating the momentum by hosting a fintech meetup. The event will feature a casual panel discussion on Ripple's 2024 outlook for blockchain and payments. Notably, this session will be led by Ripple's product heads, Brendan Berry and Pegah Soltani. Ripple's US Managing Director, Joni Z, will moderate the session. Also, Ripple's Chief Technology Officer, David Schwartz, will be participating in the fintech meetup. Moreover, Segovia extended an invitation to join individuals from Adyen, Marqeta, Plaid, and other companies for a happy hour immediately following the event. Notably, This event will take place at Ripple's recently inaugurated San Francisco headquarters. The gathering is scheduled for Wednesday, February 7th from 5 PM to 7:30 PM PST. Besides, those planning to attend can reserve their spot at the dedicated portal. Okay, so interesting stuff here, interesting stuff. I mean, one thing I will say, they mentioned how they've been quiet for 3 years and been subdued. Well, we all know the reason for that, right? Like the lawsuit. So I don't blame Ripple for that. I completely understand. Of course, they had to have a bit of a quiet period. It's not really through choice. It's because they had that going on around them. Like Ripple and David Schwartz have actually spoke about a partnership that they had in the plans, and then obviously the lawsuit came and it just destroyed the partnership. And this is why I say, yes, like we know that they financially damaged Ripple and XRP when it comes to this lawsuit. We know that because it affected them getting partnerships. And I think this is why they haven't got more adoption in America, because of the lawsuit. Because when you're dealing with these big companies, why are you going to want to touch something that's going to potentially lead you to have legal problems, right? And you to having to pay financial damages. Of course you're going to avoid that kind of stuff no matter how good it looks. Nobody wants trouble from the SEC. We've already seen that it cost Ripple upwards of $200 million to fight the lawsuit, and just think the lawsuit isn't actually over, so their expenses are still continuing to go up. So, of course, yeah, that definitely had an impact on XRP and Ripple. And so, yeah, this is why I said in terms of if the SEC looked to appeal, that could obviously potentially cause a problem. Now, maybe the entities will look at it now and say, well, as long as you've got a loophole, we can see that you won the lawsuit. So as long as you've got a loophole, we're willing to do this. But I will just be honest, I do think there will be some entities who are still just like, look, just get the lawsuit over and done with, and then we can talk. I think there will be some who just want this clarification done once and for all, where they just know where they stand and everything's clear. And again, I blame the SEC for that because they're not trying to regulate the space. They are just trying to sue crypto companies and take them out of business. They're really just trying to throw the weight around and bully people. And that's exactly what they're doing. So I understand why companies will be scared, because if you look at what the SEC are doing, they're just trying to cause problems. And who wants that headache? Like, we've seen what we've had to go through as XRP holders, and it has been grueling. It has not been fun at all. So yes, I understand companies not wanting to get involved in that. But here's looking that we can get this lawsuit over and done with this year, put it behind us once and for all. And here's hoping that we can start to tackle the US market, because I think that can bring great things for XRP. I think that can bring great things for Ripple. I think that can just do a lot for the value. So I hope that this is something that is successful. I hope it's something that's fruitful for them. And I'll definitely keep my eyes on this. But positive stuff to hear. Definitely positive stuff to hear. But what do you guys think? Ripple looking to take on the US market with XRP. Do you like the sound of this? Do you think Ripple will be successful in getting more US adoption? Do you think that this will be good for XRP's price? Or do you not like the sound of this? Is there anything that you've heard in this video that gives you any kind of concern? Or do you just not think that this would be any good for XRP's price overall long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.